We've talked about how to strategize your search in order to get the best possible results. Let's see how it can work using a real-life database. Let's go to PubMed. PubMed is provided by the federal government. It is freely available to anyone in the world. I just searched PubMed and now I'm going to their homepage. Let's say you're interested in information on poverty, the impact of poverty on academic achievement. We can search poverty and academic achievement, remembering to put academic achievement in quotes so that it understands that this is a phrase and not just two words that could appear anywhere in the results. This has already been set with some limiters. Let's take those off so we can see what it looks like before we add the filters. So the search, poverty and academic achievement, comes up with almost 3,000 hits, quite a few, as you can see. On the left, as we saw before, when we first got to the page, there were some filters turned on. One was free full text. There's actually quite a bit of free full text made available through PubMed. So I click that filter, and then perhaps what I'm looking for is the last 10 years of results. And it comes down from 3,000 to just under 700. There are additional filters, as you can see here, such as the language, the ages that you're looking for, gender, and so forth. Those are also available for use. If I choose one of the articles, I can get more resources that can help me to focus my search further. Here I have the abstract, and sometimes the abstract is going to give you a lot of content to help you with your decision making and with determining whether or not this is relevant to your research. It may in fact give you enough information for your evidence-based practice. But scrolling down past the summary of the article, you can also see MESH terms. MESH stands for medical subject headings. And these are the terms used by the creators of the database to describe all the contents. So they consistently use the same language as we talked about in the other video. For example, if you're looking for preschool children, information or research on that age group, you could add that into the search that you've already started. Or if you're looking for women or young men. So there are a number of additional terms that can help you to focus your search and narrow it down and be more precise in the results that you get. On the right side, just pointing out that you can see articles that have cited the one we're looking at. So these are newer articles that used some element within this one to write about their research. And then there are also some similar articles as well. So if this looks like a really good one, then this would be an excellent way to build your bibliography by looking at these similar articles and the articles that cited the one we're focused on. You can also think creatively about terms that might be related to poverty, such as hunger or housing and homelessness. So if you're looking at poverty and academic achievement, you might think of other circumstances that are associated with poverty that might also have an impact on academic achievement. Let's take a quick look at another database. The ERIC database is a database that focuses on information related to education. I typed in ERIC database, and I can get to their homepage and try the same search, poverty and academic achievement. Again, I'm using quotes so that the database understands that I'm looking for that phrase. And again, I can think of other terms that might be connected to the word poverty. We can use parentheses to add those in, poverty, or hunger. And search again. I now have almost 3,000 results. I can narrow this down in a number of ways. I can use terms on the left side. Again, typically the filters will appear on the left side, but sometimes they might be elsewhere, so if you don't see them where you expect to, do look around. If I'm interested in elementary, secondary education, or I want to be sure that poverty is a key part of the article, these descriptors have been used by the indexers to describe the contents of each item, and again, to be consistent, they use the same terms every time. I can use the date, I can specify a publication type, educational level, and so forth. There are many options for filtering in ERIC. I can also choose full text available on ERIC and run the search again. In addition to research articles, ERIC has reports, conference proceedings, and other contents that are perhaps not peer-reviewed literature, but can also inform the research that you're doing because they were written by experts for the use of other experts in education. Clicking on an example, here you can see the descriptors, as ERIC calls them, the standardized terminology that is used by the database creators. How do you find databases like this if you're not familiar with them? There are a number of options out there. There are lists that are available at some academic sites, particularly college and university libraries. There are ways to simply search for databases at a particular site. You can also check with your local public library or state library, or of course if you're affiliated with a college or university, you should have access to databases, and probably remotely as well. Some regions provide access for all citizens of their state or community so that you can log in from home and use databases that they've paid for and get to content such as the full text of articles. So check and see if that's an option and that's available for you. Always be sure to ask your local librarian or library if you have one, or call the nearest one to see if you have access to information that can help you with your research, grant writing, and all of your information needs.